You can love and respect someone, yet still be a skeptic or in question of the opinion or advice they give. Yes, you can love and respect someone and still question their opinion or the advice that they so freely give, often unsolicited. I'm going to read an excerpt from the Daily Laws, a book that I started last year, but it runs the whole year with like January 1st, January 2nd, but I started it, I can't remember, I talked about it in a recent video, but now I'm on from the beginning of the year. Let's take my little handy dandy book light off. From January 18th, stop being so nice. But aren't we supposed to be nice? Weren't we told to be nice? Stop being so nice. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. That quote was by Carl Jung. You pay a greater price for being so nice in differential than for consciously showing your shadow, which we all do have a shadow. Embrace it. Don't see it as a negative. First, to allow the latter path, you must begin by respecting your own opinions more and those of others less, particularly when it comes to your areas of expertise, to the field you have immersed yourself in. Yes, that's you. You have areas of expertise, the field you have immersed yourself in. You may know more than the person who is giving you the unsolicited advice. Trust your native genius in the ideas you have come up with. Second, get into the habit in your daily life of asserting yourself more and compromising less. Do this under control and at opportune moments. Third, start caring less what people think of you. Start caring less what people think of you. Yeah, it's a great place to be. You will feel a tremendous sense of liberation. Fourth, are you taking notes? Realize that at times you must offend and even hurt people who block your path, who have ugly values, who unjustly criticize you. Use your moments of clear injustice to bring out your shadow and show it proudly. Fifth, feel free to play the impudent, willful child who mocks the stupidity and hypocrisy of others. Finally, flower the very conventions that others follow so scrupulously. Point to ponder? Keep in mind that power lies in asserting your uniqueness, even if that offends some people along the way. Study your shadow side today. When you do what I do, you have to get to that place. You know where your strength is. You know where you're solid. You know where you're an expert, and you are going to voice it if you're doing life's work. I just talked about in a video doing our life's work, our purpose that God put us here on this earth for, our purpose to do our life's work for His purpose, right? So you are unique, and you have unique characteristics and values and gifts and traits, and you may offend some people. Okay, and you may know more than others. So you can love and respect someone, even a parent, even a spouse, even a sibling, even your boss. You can still love and respect them, but you can be skeptical or in question of the advice they give or their opinion. Now hear me out. By no means am I insinuating that if one of these people that you love and respect has shown by their actions, not words, but by their actions, their behaviors, that they could bear some weight on the topic, so their opinion could be worthy of hearing, or their advice could be worthy of hearing because they've shown by their actions they can back that. They may have some wise words. But understand, there's a bias there, or maybe even an ego. They are coming from their own assumptions, their own interpretations, maybe their limited beliefs based on their life's experience, not yours. Based on their life's experience, not yours. So maybe, perhaps, they could have taken some calculated risks that they didn't out of fear based on how they were raised, their limited beliefs, the baton that was passed on to them in their childhood from their upbringing, or someone, or an experience they had where things went south. Okay, things went south. It didn't work out for them. So they just assume that it won't work out for you. And they think that they know better than you do. They know what's in your best interest. They may see them as superior, maybe a parent, maybe a boss, whoever, an older sibling, the oldest. Maybe everyone's situation will be different. But you can love and respect them and still be in question. Recognize that you will be less inclined to feel as if you've made a poor decision or you're not doing enough. The more you are in question of what people share, what the world shares, the more you're a skeptic, the more you're in question, and you reflect on what they're saying to you maybe later on, the more you realize where they're coming from, their own experiences, their own assumptions, interpretations, perceptions, their lens of the world, you will be less likely to see yourself as, I'm not doing enough, I should be doing more, or I'm not doing the right thing. I hope that this is really sticking. This is worthy of another listen to, and it's worthy of taking some notes. If you find yourself feeling like someone in your life or people are always telling you how to do something, and you're kind of grappling with that because in some ways you feel like you're doing a really good job or you're making the right decisions. Well, you have to understand they're advising on their experiences, not yours. So it would make complete sense that you would feel that way and grapple with that. I recently witnessed a conversation between two people. There were 3 people in the room, and 2 of them were in conversation. And one was dominating the conversation, perhaps because the person saw themselves as knowing more, having more wisdom, or superior. And definitely the person who was speaking is someone who the one listening would love and respect. Okay, so love and respect is there, no question. And the person projecting their opinions and advice also has shown by their actions that they've made some good decisions in this area of their life. They would have some wise words to share. Now, I can't say that the window was open for them to share, but some people don't need that window open. They just climb through. They just break the glass. This particular person has a habit of doing that. And not that that's always bad. I'm not judging it. I just think that we should get better at listening to understand people instead of listening to give opinion and advice like most people do, especially if you see yourself superior to someone or that you have wisdom. It's easy for those people to do that. I did try to interject a couple of times my opinion, okay, only because I needed to kind of buffer maybe what this person was saying and because I didn't fully align with what they were saying. I was a skeptic. I was in question, although I love and respect the person who was voicing. When I would try to interject, that person kind of put the kibosh to that and spoke over top of me. Okay, my voice wasn't going to be heard because this person believed they're superior. They know more than anyone or anyone in the room. So it's my platform. I still was a skeptic and in question of some of the things that this person was sharing. The one who was listening, who didn't ask for the unsolicited advice, but that's okay. I think that person was thankful for it. But I could also read that the one listening, their energy kind of dropped. They kind of looked a little defeated. They were washed with a look on their face like, I'm not doing the right thing. I'm doing it wrong. I can do it better. And I actually didn't feel that way. I actually believe that person was doing pretty much everything right in this area. I feel they had their own wisdom to share in what they were doing and had a lot of great ideas and proposed a lot of great steps that they were taking to achieve this goal, this big, hairy, audacious goal. But because the one dominating the conversation isn't hearing that. They're talking from their own life's experience, their interpretations, their assumptions. They're not even really hearing it. It's just noise because they are so convicted in the way that they did it that it's right, but they're coming from their own experiences, their own fears, their own anxieties, their own history of how they were raised. Again, their experiences. So was it really wise words? I don't know because I'm not the person receiving them. My point to you, and please don't get caught up in the story, please drive home the message, which is what I am trying to convey, is that you can love and respect someone in your life and still be a skeptic of what they share and be in question. Or you can choose to take bits and pieces to see how it aligns, how it applies to your life and disregard everything else. You will become more confident and self-sufficient when you do this. You will navigate the world better because one of the best ways that we learn is sometimes by making some of those wrong choices. No one skates through life without suffering because of a choice they made. So be careful whichever end you're on. If you're the one projecting it, you don't know everything because it's coming from your bias, your experiences. So be careful. Listen to understand and you will be a better advisor instead of just hearing but not really digesting. Listen to the person speaking to you and understand where they're coming from and understand their heart, not just their head. Now, could I have had my voice? Could I have spoke up because I have a gift and I could do it like Robert shared in that excerpt? Yes, I could have, but I didn't feel it was welcome. The person listening didn't look at me and say, hey, what do you think? Had they? You better believe I would have chimed in exactly what I thought. But because my opinion was not sought, I zipped it. W-A-I-T, why am I talking? Okay, but I will share. The next day, the following day, I reached out to that person, not to combat anything that was given to them for advice, unsolicited advice or opinion, but just to share with them that you can love and respect someone and still question what they're sharing because it's coming from their life experience, not yours. I end my message there, but I do want to just do a little reminder that 3-week intense for Q1 is coming soon. I encourage all of you to join. And if you didn't take the parenting workshop, Raising Children, I would take that. I think you're going to learn some other things that kind of capitalize or piggyback off what I shared today. That's a great workshop. It's a 2-part series, 2 videos. Links to everything will be in the description box below. Check out my workshops and replays tab. I have so many nuggets of wisdom. And I have a description, a little blurb on each workshop. There's something for everyone. There's probably several. If you like what I share today in a powerful message like this, take some of the workshops because I get a little bit deeper in a workshop because it's more of a smaller platform and it's not out on the web, on YouTube. It's a little bit more personal. So check those out. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, you know where to find me. I'm booking in April and it is January. So expect about 2.5 to 3 months before you can get on my calendar if you're looking for one-on-one. All right, thanks for being here. Great message. Notepad this one somewhere and make sure you take some notes if it applied to you. If it didn't, no advice given here. You decide what applies. You decide what not. All right, have a good one.